Welcome to the Conversation Lab.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Conversation Lab. Thank you for always being with us, always watching our videos. Today we have a wonderful video for you again, and the title is Cultural and Family Pressures. And we'll discuss that today with my usual panelists. I have Blessing on my left, I have Donald on my right, and Anami on my far right. So I'm sure you have either been or you know someone who was basically forced to marry someone they weren't really in love with because the family wanted them to get married to that person, right? So that's what we're discussing today, and we'll dive right into it. I'll start with Ome. Ome, what do you think about it? Do you have any opinions about so-called forced marriages or arranged marriages where the parties don't really love themselves, but they have to do it because of family pressures or cultural pressures?
Um, See, it's a very. I'm laughing, but it's not actually funny because in some cases the people are forced to marry themselves, and in some cases the man or the woman brings somebody they love, and the family kicks against it. Sometimes they still go ahead to get married, but it causes. I don't think there's really any peace in that home. We might act as though that everything is all well, but deep down, it isn't. It happens, and I don't think it's something that should happen in this day and time.
Okay, right. Okay, good. So Donald, do you have any? What's your opinion? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I share the same similar like with Onolete. It's 21st century. Yeah, but again, this is where my controversiality comes to play.
Donald is controversial.
Yeah, but again, I understand that it's not what should naturally happen. But for me, I will also want the right thing to do at some point in time also is to probably ask the reason why your family doesn't want you to marry that particular person. I'm not saying you should go buy it at the end of the day, but it's something that you should also ask because sometimes, remember, it's a family and they look after your own well-being. Sometimes they are right. Yeah? Background. This person is coming from XY background and it's a family trait in some stuff, right? For example, I'll be very raw again. Maybe their family, they usually at the end of maybe at some point in time they go wacko. Yeah, so I'm using the very strong word now, and it's been. I mean, because our mothers, our parents, is a trend. Yeah, our parents have seen this over and over again, and you as their son, or let me say as their daughter, you've gone there to marry. It will trigger that fear to say, why this, and look at it and look at it. Again, I'm not by any means, it's your choice to do, but sometimes listening and get the wisdom, and if it's what you actually want to do and do it, it's absolutely fine.
But if reverse were the case, it's their own child that is the wacko. Will they be against it?
No, they won't.
Why?
That's it. Let's hold that for. That's a very valid question. Let's hold that on. Let's hear what Blessing has to say. What do you think?
Mine is short and simple. It happens that I can't be forced to marry someone that I don't want to get married to, irrespective of the fact that my family are saying, "No, don't get married to him because he's this," or the family has this running through their family history. I can't be pressured to or stopped from getting married to the person I want to get married to.
Yeah. Okay. I'll come back to you, Onome, for what you're about to say. That thought I said it should.
Okay.
But I just want to probe you a bit more. So yeah, you said you can't be you marry who you love, regardless of what your family says or whatever. So what if your family decides it's either that person or them?
Well,
they're not going to come with you to the wedding. They're not going to the wedding.
It's an interesting question because at the end of the day, am I going to live with my family or I'm going to live with the person I'm getting married to? See, when you come of age, when you have to make a decision to start a family, you need to understand that you are now an adult. You are not a responsible person, and then years down the line, you would also be responsible for children who you're going to bring to the world. So you need to, yes, it's painful knowing the fact that your family will not have your back, you know, that you're getting married to your. So if I'm to succumb to what they want, I would not have a happy marriage at the end of the day. So I think I would choose my happiness first before thinking about them. So if they don't want to support me, then it's okay. I'll go for my man. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, sorry I interrupted you last time. You were about to say something.
Yeah.
Can you?
Based on before I go back to what I said, there's another thing that I'd rather the ones that even come out to say I don't want you to marry this person. I even prefer that than the ones that will act as though they like the person, but deep down they don't.
Okay.
And after marriage they start acting up.
Okay.
I think that one is even more common. You think, oh, my in-laws like me and all that, but deep down they don't. After marriage, every little thing they're looking for ways to make sure that marriage doesn't succeed. That's that. Then with what I said, it goes to show that we are all selfish. Because if that child that with the example you use that there's a tendency that they go wacko in their family, if that person is their own child, they will cover it up.
Yes.
And they want that marriage to go on. Why?
Exactly.
It's not all family though. Some families are truthful about stuff like
no.
that. No, they are.
No,
They are, but the
even
very, very.
I think, let me twist your story a wee bit. Even if they are being truthful, let's remove the fact of truthfulness or them lying. Let's use the OPM. Is it the OPM situation, for example? Let's assume that I have a child, you know, a disabled child, for example. I would want my child. You know, that child is a child, no matter how the child is. I would want that child to get married. And guess what? If the reverse was the case, do you know that people will be running away and say, "Oh, I don't want my child."
Not in this part of the world.
No, but they are
It still
you're
happens here.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Again, with the generalization, with the supposed know-it-all that we like to do as humans.
Yeah.
It's not everybody, right?
okay.
It's not
But
everybody.
most people.
Well,
A huge
I think it's safe to say a
A
huge
huge
percentage.
percentage,
Well,
yeah.
Exactly. I think it's safe to
Yeah.
say a huge percentage. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, no, I think I've made my point that, you know, if the roles were reversed, this would definitely happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, again,
But
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
let me not be a killjoy. The example you gave,
Yeah.
if there was no money involved, do you think that marriage would? It wouldn't.
Probably not.
With marrying a disabled person.
That particular case.
The boy is autistic and then got married to an older lady, from what I can remember, got married to an older lady. But then there were incentives attached, like some monies and then landed properties and the rest. So what Onoma is asking now is, if those incentives were not included, do you think that lady older, like the lady is old enough to be his mom? Do you think the lady would have married and her family would have
accepted? Yes, not the lady. Not the lady. Do you think the family would have accepted?
it?
Let's forget about the lady.
I think that's the question.
The lady in question didn't say she looked at the material things. She said she was led.
No,
Right? That's her.
no, fine. No, we're not talking about the lady. No, if somebody says they are led, I cannot say they're not led.
So who are you?
No, that's what I'm asking. That the family.
Who are you?
The family. Have you not heard this of saying, God told me this is my husband, this is my wife? Your family will kick against it.
Yes, it's
I don't think, in this case, in this case, I'm not talking about the lady now. Sorry. The family, if there are no incentives, if that, beg, forget story. Let's continue.
Let's ask you a question.
Let's not digress.
If tomorrow, let's assume that you're not married yet, and you bring, you bring somebody who can't respect to, the disabled people, you know, they are lovely. Let's say you bring somebody that is not working, for example, and the person is like very short. You know, there's some people like that. Do you think your parents would accept
Your family.
or rather your family would say, do not go ahead? Go and marry this
Or even
person.
if you bring someone far, far older than
Or you bring somebody that's 90 years old.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah, that's a perfect
That's a
example.
perfect
To be
example.
fair, right? My family is going to naturally react to it because they will feel that probably maybe I'm pressured to
do
But
do it.
there's a lot of money
Yes.
involved.
If there's a
Yeah,
to
but
be
you
fair,
inherit
if for my family they will still kind of put that caution
Why
sign
it will
there.
not be strong?
And, yeah, and say,
You know what I'm talking about? This
if
one
that's what you want, you can go
Right,
ahead.
oh.
Yeah, no, but it's the truth, and we are all saying the truth here. Right?
Incentives at work.
If I'm also
What
going,
are we saying?
I think there's something that Blessing said that while she was saying it, my mind went back to it to say she's an adult, and as part of being an adult, she has the responsibility
For her own decisions,
for our own decisions.
Okay.
Now, it's true you have, but sometimes there are consequences,
Like,
and I'm going to draw you to the one we have in the UK, right? Do you know Prince, the Prince?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah?
okay.
Okay. He actually married for love. Someone that he wanted to
So
be
he
with.
said we don't know. So
That's
what he said.
Yeah. But you can see what's kind of playing out over time. Right? I'm sure obviously from what I don't have, the right source to say is the confirmed information, but what we heard from probably maybe rumors to say probably somebody didn't want him to marry her, right? And that was not the first one. The mom as well. Something like that played out at some point in time. It's not ending up quite right. So the point I'm trying to say, I don't know the reason why those decisions were made or why they said what they needed to say. But by the time you take a decision, that is what I'm trying to say here. You might, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying prepare for it. If you make that decision to say this is what I want to do, you might actually lose out of some of the
Can I
things
ask a
that.
question? You think it's fair? Especially to the women, it isn't, because I can assure you, the lady in question might not know they are against it. The man will know, he will keep quiet. Then after wedding, the lady will now start suffering for what she originally should have. If they are told that initially, should have just said, let me just tell my own. Yeah. And that is what we see most times. That's what's happening.
No. So
the other party will not even know that the family is kicking against it. After marriage, they will not start acting up. Most times it's the women. They will start suffering for it.
yeah. So in that scenario, I think I would go with what you said. But in scenarios where I was told,
I will not enter.
I would enter
if you tell your family
on the
against it,
condition.
no.
On one condition.
For what I've heard in this life, and what I've seen, if I know if there's a man I want to get married to, I know his family, one person in his family does not like me, I will back out.
So for me,
because the stress at the end of the day is not, it's exhausting.
So I'm indifferent. For me, it's because if I am aware of the situation before marriage, the only way I can get married to that man is if I know that the man, basically. So what I mean by that,
they are easily influenced.
No. You would know a man that cannot be easily influenced. So, for example, he is not easily pushed by his family or by external factors. Because at that point in time, before getting married, you should know the kind of person you are getting married to. And if for any reason is somebody that can be easily pushed, I would draw the line.
He might not be easily
to be a
at first. He might not be easily pushed, but life has a way of lifing people. Things might start happening.
Okay.
And we are humans. There's a way things will be happening to you, and people you see, you might not start thinking that maybe if I had listened, maybe that's the reason why. And it might not be the reason why. You might not start listening, and consciously or unconsciously, you start acting in a way it's not. What's the word? That you shouldn't do to your partner.
But Onome, do you think? I still disagree with you. Again, everybody's view is different. What I'm trying to say is that even if you get married to a man, for example, that all of the family members, they love you at first, when you get into that marriage,
things
they'll
can
still
also
be
change.
things can still switch up and
If I
change.
know that they don't see, stop. Maybe we make up. Some person see, can you they blind them? If they don't like you and they say they don't like you, but you are not aware, but they're asking to you that they like you, but they've told their son or their daughter that this person, I don't want this person.
Yeah.
That person stood his or her ground without letting the other partner know.
No.
Auntie, you will
I think
pray.
I think I understand what
If they are not aware.
because if
will pray.
If the lady or the man or whatever the case is doesn't know that they are to be or prospective spouse's family doesn't like them, I think I think I understand what
it's
you're
more
saying, because
difficult than
gonna
when you know.
especially because
If you know you're going to a battlefield,
Yeah, but
you
this one
said
you are
you
No,
be
no,
going-
ready.
no, no,
You're
no. That's
going-
why I said,
Mm.
if I am aware, or the only condition that will make me get married to that person is I am aware first.
If you are aware, I know
And
that
number
is
two,
there a battle I want to
and number
fight
two,
or not?
See, it depends. Again, it's dependent on the man, who the man is. Again, first, I am aware and who the man is. If I am okay, once I'm aware, if the man is not a man worth fighting for, that means he can easily be swayed by different factors. I will not marry you because that means I am going into hell. I will continue to be in hellfire for the rest of my life.
I don't have the energy.
so
Because
yeah.
somebody that
Your
is-
relationship alone, you go through troubles on its own. Now add external factors to it. It's exhausting. I don't have the strength for those kind of this
So what you both are saying is that your love is not strong enough for that one.
when the man is let's use a man and when the man, let's say is the man, when the man is
So that question.
It's true.
That question.
It's true that you're saying your love is not strong.
that love does not conquer
Love
all
is
this.
not- love is
That's what they are trying to say.
Yeah.
no, if you still watch our other that me, I always say love is not enough.
So
Because
I
see,
think
there's a very thin line. Little thing can drive people into depression.
of course. Yeah.
There's a very thin line. Because you say love is enough, yes. When the family starts speaking to their son, let me use a son speaking to you start before you know it, you start acting up in a very funny way. That even later, if you play the video for the person will be surprised that he or she is
But
acting that way.
What if you know? Obviously, you and this guy, you guys have dated for a while before. You probably let the family know that this is the person I'm
Yeah.
thinking about, or all that. What if you know that this guy, his mind is his mind?
Maybe.
That's what I'm talking. That's
But
what
if it's a mommy's boy, majority of them are mommy's boys. Majority of them are mommy's boys.
Yeah, generalizing again. Majority of them are
not all. I said majority.
Majority of them. Okay.
So it's not generalizing. Majority are mommy's boys. I beg. It's exhausting. There are some fights that are not worth fighting. It's exhausting.
So you would not go ahead, basically, even if you're aware.
And
You will not
mommy's
go
boy.
ahead.
You want to die
No,
before
no,
your
no,
time.
no. I'm not saying mommy's boy, for example. Again, okay, let me ask you. the
If I
question
know
again.
why exactly the woman does not like me, does she have a reason?
No,
If she does not, if she has a reason, it's even good. If she does not have a reason, there's
No,
no
Well,
point.
that's worse.
it could be.
No, if she has a reason, it's good. You can work on that reason and
It
see
could
if
be.
you
What if the reason is not you per se,
you,
it's
exactly.
your family? Like
that one she will never like you.
Okay. Let me give an example.
Because that one you cannot change it. If it's you that is
it's
the
already,
reason,
a
if it's you that is the
conception.
reason, you can
let
change
me-
it.
let
But
me
if it's your family, how do you want to make her like your family?
Let me give an instance on Donald and Joseph. See, for example, it's not relating to you. Let's say, okay, you bear Onome, and then you're from a certain village, yeah? And then let's say this your supposed parents-in-law, they've dealt with, or one of their sons have had like a girl who bears the same name as you. You're like, who bears the same name as you, and also from your village.
Okay.
And because that girl treated that her son badly,
Yeah.
another Onome has come into that home from the same village. Red flag. Automatically, that lady and your supposed parents, your in-laws, they dislike you instantly. Like, how would you react to that? What would you do?
The person they don't like is not my family member.
Good.
That one you cannot. That one is easy to like say I'm not.
Prove
Say,
yourself.
prove yourself. But if it is your family, they will always see you in that light.
No.
It is difficult.
No. Do you know that there are some people that will still hold on to that?
Yes, they are.
People hold on to
And
it.
there is nothing you can prove. Are you saying
I
that
will-
you will not? You
I will
will
still,
end it
I
first?
will still on my own. With the things I've heard in this life, and what I've seen. I like I said, depression is very real. It's small things like this that drive people.
Well,
Nobody's worth me dying for.
Have you again, I can't remember. Have you given your own view? What do you think?
I
Donald?
think
No, I don't think Donald has said
I said
anything.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, again, it all. I think I'll still go to what you said. We're all adults, and it's a decision.
at the end of the day,
personally,
it's true.
Nobody
Final
can.
decision at the end of the day.
Nobody can. I believe so. right? That nobody can force anybody on me this time and age. I have to find something for myself that I'm comfortable with, right? Now, if it happens to be that my parents are not happy with it and I'm not saying, like I said before, they can, this is the reason I personally will ask, okay, why are you acting this way? This is the reason I'm asking you, blah, 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 blah. This person, I'm a Christian, right?
Yeah.
If going back to what I said before, I don't believe in those stuff per se. And I'm going to tell them that to say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that because it's been coming, it will happen now. We can break it and say all the good stuff that I need to say. It doesn't now mean that I need to end it. If I need to end it, it has to be something that comes from me.
From you.
That I know that this is the reason why this is not going to work. But I'm not going to act on what my parents or I don't want to use the word parent because sometimes it's not your parents, maybe siblings or your family is saying to say, I've noticed this before, blah blah blah. It has that decision has to be from myself personally.
Okay, you don't act on it. Will you tell your partner to be what they call them your fiancé? Will you tell the person?
I mean, to be fair, I think these things are quite revealing. If I'm completely honest, I don't know. I'll say it. I'll say it in a very plain words. Women are so sensitive to it. To say, I'm sure at some point in time you are going to take her home, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how your parents try to mask it. They just have a way of finding out to say this person doesn't.
Some don't say it till after the marriage.
This person doesn't seem to
some don't say
like
it till after.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying but I'm only saying that's partially power.
So why don't you?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're not going to
no,
tell her.
hold on.
You
are not letting me finish. I've just only said one part of what I wanted to say.
Please let the other finish.
I've just only said to say this is one part of it. Sometimes they are so sensitive that they can pick this stuff up by themselves to say, I don't think this is. I know what I'm going into, right? Okay. If there is a sugar coating somewhere, and it's not, I believe, and you know that maybe your parents doesn't or your family doesn't really like the person, I think it's a fair deal to say this is potentially what can come in this marriage if we get together.
Okay.
Are you ready to deal? Okay. Something like that.
Okay.
I believe that conversation should come in at some point in time.
Well, for me though, my own opinion is I don't think, like Blessing said, for you to get to that stage where you're thinking about getting married, you're an adult, right? I don't think anybody should be able to tell you who to marry or who not to marry, because one, they are not the one that will be in the marriage with you and the person.
Yeah, true.
Correct. That decision to marry someone has to be solely your decision. Yes, you can listen to what other people are saying. Then you can find out for yourself if there's any truth.
If you are making a mistake, it's your mistake to make.
Yes.
Exactly. But when it comes to taking that decision to go ahead or not, I don't think anybody should. It should be the spouse's decision. I'm going because I want to, not because my family say I should marry. Because by the end of the day, like I said, they are not the ones that will be in a marriage with you. And then talking about when family doesn't like, let's say if the family doesn't like the other family for whatever reason, I think something that is the right thing to do is to find out. Why do two families don't like each other? Why? What's happening? Because at the end of the day, even though you take the decision to marry, you are still not an island. You still need your family. Okay. Right?
I wanted to
put that one. You're not an island.
Yourself again.
No, I'm not. This is what I'm saying. I have said, the first thing I said was, the decision to marry is yours. Yeah. But that does not mean that. Why you understand? You have to find out, okay, why?
If you are not finding makes sense.
Do you understand? Let's say you find out and you realize that, this family, they are a bunch of scammers. Or this family,
so you know how to guide
it. Hold on. You again, remember, you and this girl, you have been knowing yourselves. So there is, even if both families like each other, two of you can still decide, we're not compatible, we break up. It's not the family that broke up. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, the decision is solely yours to make, but you will be very foolish to not at least find out why is everybody not liking this family.
Yeah.
you find out, then you make your own decision. Okay, no, this is the person I'm marrying. I'm not marrying this person's family. Yes, we know that the storms of life will come. The family will start to do what they want to do. We know. But as long as both of you are in it together, the family, if they like, they should knock their head together.
There's this situation that someone told me about. So there's this woman gave birth to 2 children, yeah, and this lady, the lady now who gave birth to these 2 children, she was previously in a marriage, and then she left the marriage, and then now a child got married. The girl got married to a particular guy, and then at the end of the day, the marriage dissolved. The boy, who happens to be the girl's sister, the girl's brother or the girl's sister, yeah, the same thing as well, like divorce as well. So I think prior to that time, before the marriage, they were like, okay, fine. If your mom left marriage, there was no tangible reason why your mom left. Are you sure that getting married to this person is actually worth it? Or do you think this marriage will actually be sustainable? Will it end well? So in that scenario, now you've seen, like, okay, fine, it's like a family pattern where
They don't
they don't stay in marriages. I'm asking 3 of you now, what are your views? Would you still go ahead and marry this person? For you now, the guy, would you still go ahead and marry the girl? Would you still go ahead and marry the lady?
See,
It's just like you're saying, because if somebody comes from a polygamous home,
Yeah.
that person will still doesn't work that way.
Good.
so
I agree with you.
what I would say is this that similar to what you just said, right? But again, hindsight is a very beautiful thing. We have seen the thing happen, so we can say, but you're supposed to know now. But you cannot know.
You still see
So-
people like from broken homes
That come out
they are married
impeccable
beautiful.
character.
Yeah.
So
No, the reason why I asked the question was because of what you said.
Mm.
I think the last bit of your statement. So I'll ask you now.
No, he
Joseph.
said just
Do
to
you-
know and find
No,
out.
just to know and find out, because there might be some elements of truth in it as well, right?
then
No, you're knowing.
then
if you
I-
know, it's just to know and guide
then
them.
I-
If you know, would you
For
leave this
example,
back out?
if that's the reason why,
It's just
so you
to-
now know how to guide. You know that if people have misunderstandings, you try and communicate and make sure it doesn't go
Escalate.
beyond.
Or if you need to pray you need to pray.
Exactly.
You know what you're praying for, you have a prayer point.
Yes, if you go into a battle with the knowledge of your
What you have,
enemy's
yes.
abilities,
It's
your
much
chances of winning are higher than if you just go blindly. So that's why, you need to also know.
No.
Is there any base? Is there any truth in what these people are saying?
So Joseph, you've not answered my question. Jonah, you've not answered my question. Would you go ahead with the marriage?
I
Yes
just
or
said,
no?
okay.
So
let
for
me-
you, I just want a yes or no, because you were just generalizing.
I
Would you
wasn't
go-
generalizing. I said some questions are not necessarily yes,
Yes.
or
No,
no.
I want
I-
a yes. So Onome said a
Mm.
definite yes, because she now made reference to polygamous home and it not ending as
Okay.
So it's a yes or a no.
Okay, let me tell
And
you.
for me, I would.
Let me
I
tell you.
would.
No, again, see. Let me tell you why. Even though you say you would, in your head, I can put it this way. You say you would,
Yeah.
right? And then let me now tell you. The person, because you said you would, why did you say you would? Because it is my decision to.
Not just because it's
So
my
why do
decision.
you say you would?
Again, I have dated this person for a while, right?
Mhm,
I know this person.
mhm.
There's some elements
You will
of
know the person's stand on marriage.
exactly.
Okay. So you have dated this
So
person.
I will not get married to somebody that I don't know. First
Okay.
off,
Okay.
People they do
Okay, let me see now.
Well,
now you
that's
have
them,
now,
so
now
for
you are
me-
now you are listen. Oh, that's why I said not all questions are yes or no.
Yeah.
Now you have said in your mind, before you even said that yes, see all the things you've reasoned. Okay, let me now tell you. You have dated this person, and you also know that the person sometimes they hear the touch, sometimes they hear the touch. Then you are now told that this is this person's family history. This is why I don't like this family. You are a human being. Your head will now start to merge one and two together. Oh, could this be why this person is doing like this? Oh, do I really think I want to? Do I have
Yeah,
the
okay.
mental capacity to really?
to handle.
Okay, I will do it, but at least I know this is how I will. That's why I say it's not just yes or no. You will ask yourself certain questions, then you will not
Yeah.
conclude, okay, I will proceed with caution or I will not proceed at all.
Understood.
So it's not. I don't think it's a yes or no thing. It's something.
So you want my answer?
Yes,
Yeah.
We want your answer.
My answer
Yeah.
is yes and no.
Okay.
Exactly.
At the same time. And it boils down to what he just said. Yeah, it's not a definite yes or a no. There are some times, to be fair, I made reference to it when we started this conversation. Some of those things are for you to make that
Informed
decision, to
decision.
say informed decision, exactly, to say, is this what I actually want? I know some of them come out right, that's fine, but there's been a precedent that's been going on for a wee while.
Wow.
Yeah, and somebody has just brought that to you. You can actually see it is on it's on paper. It's very clear, crystal clear. And at that point in time, it's a decision for you to make. And if you are saying, yes, I am making that decision based on the relationship I have with this person, I've known this person over a particular period of time, she's not displayed this attitude before, or what these people are saying, or what they've referenced. Even if that come up in future, you are now starting to build that mental space to know how to deal with it. Yeah. And no, when you actually now looked at it, probably maybe the reverse of the trend affects your family directly. Do you get it? Maybe I forgot the example that you. Okay, I think okay, I'll use probably people that don't stay in their marriages. Maybe that same thing with your own family as well. You've had series of issues where probably maybe your brother married, left, and this is the same thing over and over. It's happened over and over again, and you're not putting, okay, this is now my turn. Should I make this decision, or should, again, that's where you have to make that decision to say either a yes or a no. So that's why my answer is yes and no.
Okay.
Okay. It's
So-
sorry, were you gonna say something?
I wanted to say something. It's not directly about what it's still related to what we are saying, but you know that it's these things that still make families put pressures on couples, but couples don't really they don't come out to agree. I don't know how to frame it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. They don't agree that their family has
Great influence on them.
influence on them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are raised in the home as a result of the family's interference.
Yeah.
No. So at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it's
true.
it's something that will definitely happen. It will, even apart from family relationships, even in work, even in politics, even its influences is a big thing. People will always influence-
For work, so in workplaces we agree, politics we agree, but when it comes to the family, most couples they don't seem to believe or want to openly agree that their family's interference is causing a problem in the home.
Yeah, of course.
So now, lesson now for us to learn or take home with. How do we now, stop that influence or stop? Sorry, let me rephrase it again. So, how do we learn from this? Basically, how do we stop these things from reoccurring? From what Onome just explained or mentioned.
What I would say for me is, first of all, if two individuals have grown to a point where they are matured enough to get married,
Yeah.
there should be no one else influencing
Ah.
your marriage.
But sometimes it's
Even if,
inevitable.
yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. So even if it's like saying that you go to a court of law, there are jurors, and then those jurors, they are human beings as well, right?
Yeah.
Everybody will come and say their own side of the story.
Yeah.
The juror's duty is to sift through the noise. Everybody will decide, will brainstorm with themselves, and then come up with a decision that is void of external influence. What's to say that both parties cannot do that same thing with your own marriage? Yes, you see the influence. Oh, mother is talking this in your ear, father is talking this in your ear, brother is saying this in your ear. It is your duty to sift all the. It doesn't mean that you will completely ignore what they are saying, but you will know what is noise and what is to be, taken. You will not take everything that they're saying for.
So do you now tell them that because if you don't tell them to
stop, they will keep
it will continue.
It will continue.
You will tell. No. See, with family again, like I said before, you are not an island. You need your family whether you like it or not. So let's say mother or father or brother says something the first time. It's not the first time you will spark. The first time they say it, you listen to them because you owe them that respect. At least you listen to
What
them.
if what they are saying is directed at your partner, and that thing that they've said, your partner doesn't like it makes your partner sad, so you will not say anything that
No,
first
no,
time?
I get that's what I'm saying.
Not
So
laugh.
no, see what I'm trying to say. If it's the first time they're bringing that into your knowledge, regardless of what your natural instinct wants you to do, want you to spark and say, oh no, don't say that thing. No, because the fact that you have a partner,
So you
guys
allow your
are-
partner to cry
no,
and think about it for a
allow me
while.
to land, man.
I want to understand.
Allow me to land.
I want to understand.
Allow me to land. The first, again, now this person has come to tell me this. It's my partner there when they're telling me.
No, if you were no, let me paint a scenario.
Okay, paint a scenario.
You and your partner, you now Joseph, you are with your wife, and your dad or your mom or your brother or your sister says something to your wife
In my presence.
in your presence that will make her even want to go and kill herself. That will make her think.
No, give an example of something that they would say.
What kind of example? I'm trying to picture
Okay,
an
no, see,
example.
don't even give an example.
Yeah.
If my parent or my sibling is stupid enough to disrespect my wife in my presence, that's where it's a different thing. What I was talking about before was say they tell me something, they could tell me something, and my spouse is not there. But if they say it in my presence and my spouse is there, I'm not going to disrespect, spark at them, but I will correct them intelligently.
But you will say something.
Of course.
You will not keep quiet and tell your partner that don't take it to heart.
Because it happened
okay. No,
where my partner
you've answered me. It's okay. It's okay.
So, but what I was saying before was,
Sorry.
if it is a case where it's just me and them, you understand, I will, and the first time they do it and it's just me and them, then I will not spark. I will just.
You don't need to spark. You just need to speak.
Exactly.
They don't know that you're not happy.
Obviously.
Because if you keep quiet, it's consent. That means you're applauding them to keep on
of
doing
course.
it.
Yeah.
You need to let them know that, okay, what you have said, it doesn't make any sense. Or if they say, let's say, give an example, they say, oh, your wife she's sleeping around. That immediately you shut them down. That you can't say that kind of thing about my wife. You can't. But let's say they come and say things like, it's your wife, I think she's starting to drive in a certain way. She's not this kind of way she's driving, it's dangerous driving, that kind of thing. I was like, okay, I will observe. But if it's something you come and tell me that, oh, my wife is sleeping around, or
So we now
so it
say,
depends.
no, it's not like that. So the one you just said, no, don't say that with my wife. It's not like that, now. That is not like that.
You've
It's not like-
intelligently
Stopped it here.
Yeah.
But the way you say it, you've not stopped it. You've just encouraged them.
Of course, definitely.
Because it shows that you've agreed.
You've
to-
agreed.
Yeah.
I think it depending on the circumstances, depending on the thing that was said, there are a lot of things that you consider before you decide how to react, instead of always reacting with hot head, because sometimes it's not really.
See,
not really-
one thing I know is the way you place your spouse to your
your
family.
family.
That's what they'll carry him or her. If you make them know that you both can step on my spouse, they will
Of course, of
step
course.
on your
Of course,
spouse.
I-
But if you make them know that this person, I don't joke with this person.
Of course.
Why would anybody want to put their spouse in that position?
Well, some people do,
Ah.
though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not just some people, mostly men.
Okay.
No, it's true. Mostly men do.
Let me correct something.
Mostly men.
Let me correct something. Do you know what?
I did not say all.
Do you know what?
I did not say all.
I know.
I did not say all.
I know. But
I
you
said
know,
mostly.
no. Whether you say don't say all, what does mostly mean?
What would they see in the hands of their in-laws?
Let me explain something.
It's not like
If we have 100 men, mostly means 99, right?
Mm.
Mostly in that case means
Mostly
Does
can be
not mean
96.
it can be
mostly
75.
men don't see
No,
mostly
no,
can be
no,
75.
no. I asked the question wrong. If we have 100 men, and you are referring to mostly, I could assume that mostly means 99, because mostly 99 is actually mostly, right? So what I'm trying to say is, this is your mostly. You only know there are billions of people in this world. You cannot say mostly.
Most
You
men
cannot.
don't stand up for their wives.
How many men do
They
you
just
know?
expect the few ones that I know. Okay, from the few ones that I know. Okay, the few men that I know.
Exactly.
Among the few men that I know, most of them don't stand up for them. They just expect the woman to get on with it.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
And I don't think it's fair.
No.
But again, like I said some time ago, these things, I like to see them as 50-50.
It's not.
Because
In this case, it's not.
Because see, let me explain why now. You've just said that what you said now because it's something that you have seen happen to ladies. Again, let me use one example. People, whenever if you hear the word, what's the word? If you hear the word domestic violence, what comes to your mind? I mean, like I said, domestic violence. What comes to your mind?
Domestic violence.
No, don't think. Just tell me what sex comes to your mind when I mention that word. What sex comes to your mind as the victim?
No, wait.
No, as the victim.
As the victim.
It depends
You are
on what
thinking,
kind of domestic violence.
You are thinking. I said domestic violence.
Yeah.
What sex comes to your mind as the victim? We all know
It's
lady.
women now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But do you know that men suffer domestic violence?
Yeah.
Or not more.
No. I'm not going to say it's
women-
more.
That's why I even
I'm-
asked. No, I even asked you that when you say domestic violence is not all about beating.
Now let me shock you.
It's also
Let me-
emotional.
Wait, let me shock you. Do you know that the reason why people think it is ladies that suffer domestic violence more is because it's ladies that cry out more? Do you know that?
Some ladies don't cry because what emotional
Men
torture that
don't
some
cry
men give.
out at all. How would you know? A lady can come and pour her heart out to you, but a man will rarely do that. So you will not know. That's why I'm saying that.
No,
even if you say
if men are suffering domestic, it's easy for them to walk away. But women want to stay because of their and marriage, because of their kids. It's not.
I know, man.
Generalization.
Let me
it's
say
the
something.
truth.
You know what I'm
It's the
saying
truth.
there? See,
If a man gets tired, he'll start acting up. Before you know, he say, "No, I'm not doing it again." He'll pack his bag. But a woman, it's now that women are now becoming bold to take steps. Say, "Me, self, I'm not doing it. It's not done that." Most men will walk away, but women want to stay. It's not because of their kids, because of their family, because of what people will say.
let me tell you something. I know personally, of ladies that walked away.
That's what I'm saying.
So
It is
you
now.
can't
Not personally of
you
men
can't-
that
it is
stayed.
now.
That stayed.
So you can't
It
say
is now.
all these things. It is stereotype. That's what it is.
It's not.
We see when I
You
said
men, you should change your change.
ah.
Do well.
Anyway, I think we have to stop.
Stereotyping,
I think we have to
that's
stop here. I think we have to stop here. Viewers, please tell us what you think. If we keep talking today, we will not finish. Because that word stereotype is massive. But anyway, we have to end it now.
And if there's any
Let's go.
topic you'd like us to talk
Please,
about,
exactly.
Yeah,
If you guys have topics that you want us to talk about, please feel
Let us
free
know.
to let us know. Drop it in the comment section. Let the comment section be busy as well. Tell us all the things you want to say in the comment section. We can discuss. We can further elaborate on things that we probably didn't touch so much on in
if you've got any
this
questions,
few minutes that we've been on the front of the camera. So please just drop your questions, drop your suggestions, and let us keep talking in the comment section. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. If you are new here, welcome. But please subscribe and tell your friends to tell their friends
to tell their friends.
to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching the video. Until next time. Bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye. Bye.